I'm Brian Stewart, this is Cat Chat, and we're going to the Joe.
Welcome to Cat Chat alongside Sean Kelly. I'm Pete Francis. And Sean, the CCHA quarterfinals took place this weekend at the Barrie Event Center, and the Wildcats got it started with a huge 4-3 win on Friday night.
That's right. The Friday night win is always the biggest. It's such a momentum builder for the weekend in a 3-game series. Northern started off early. They got a goal a minute 15 into the game by Gregor Hansen, and then they would score 2 more goals just 37 seconds apart, one from Andrew Fernandez and the other one from Tyler Grahn. The game-winning goal was scored by Fulmer in the second period, and in the third period, Brian Stewart made 32 saves, and he stepped up huge for the Cats for the 4-3 victory.
We've got the highlights from Saturday's game, so let's go to the video.
NMU looking for their 3rd straight trip to the Joe. After no score in the first, the Cats strike quickly in the second. Mark Olver connects with Justin Floric, 1-0 NMU. Staying in the second period, the Cats keep the momentum going as Matt Butcher blasts one past Scott Greenham, and NMU takes a 2-0 lead heading into the third. But back comes Alaska with a one-timer from Joe Sova to Aaron Gens that narrowed the Wildcat lead to 1. Later in the third, the Wildcats respond with a beautiful pass from Tyler Grahn to Gregor Hansen, and the Cats go up 2. Then with just over 2 minutes to play, Alaska pulls the goalie and Tyler Grahn gets an empty netter, making it 4-1 Cats. Then sweet baby Ray Canisto with an empty netter of his own to put the finishing touches on a 5-1 win. How sweet it is as the Cats are heading to the Joe for the 3rd straight year and the 7th time in Walt Kyle's 8-year tenure.
I think it means a ton. It's something that we target every year. Every team in the league does. And the message we send is getting there is one thing, and it's just another step in the journey. And now that we've completed that step, we have to try to win our next game against whoever it may be and move ahead and survive and advance right now.
Oh, I'm pumped, and this year I think we can especially do some real damage. It doesn't matter who we play, we don't even really care. We got to go there with the mindset like we just got to worry about our game and just take it one game at a time.
It was a great win for the Cats, Sean, and once again, a lot of different guys are stepping up.
That's right. You look at who's stepped up this season so far, and number 1 has to be in the net with Brian Stewart. He's just under 1,000 saves for the season. You also look at Gregor Hansen. He had a really slow start to the season, but he's scored 36 points total through all the games. And also this past weekend, Fulmer on defense, he had 3 points this weekend. He had a game-winning goal Friday night, and everyone's stepping up for the Cats at the right time.
One player in particularly, Sean, who's really stepped up his game lately is Tyler Grahn.
That's right, Grahn. He's really turned it on again in the playoffs like he did at the end of last season. He's really showing Coach Kyle that he deserves his playing time. He had 2 goals and 2 assists this weekend in beating Alaska, and he was really the catalyst in the Cats' offense.
Mark Olver and Eric Gustafson have been great all year as well, and were recently rewarded by the CCHA. That's
right. The CCHA announced their first team All-Stars. Mark Olver received 10 first-place votes and the most total points. Eric Gustafson also received the most points for a defenseman and 6 first-place votes.
Well, Sean, this weekend is the 7th trip for Walt Kyle to the Joe. Will the Cats finally break through and win at the Joe?
Well, we don't yet know who the Cats will be playing, as Miami's 3rd game is still to be decided as of Sunday night. So either way you look at it, they're going to be playing either Ferris or Michigan, and they match up well against both those teams. They do have wins over both those teams this season. So I want them to win. If they win, they should be a lock for the NCAAs, and it's going to be a really momentum-building game for the Cats this season, and I think the Cats will pull out a win and face off in the championship game Saturday.
Should be a great weekend at the Joe. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'll be joined by Brian Stewart. Don't go anywhere.
Can't get enough of Northern Michigan athletics? Well, you're in luck, because Cat Chat is Northern Michigan University's new television sports show, featuring highlights, recap, analysis, and interviews with all your favorite Wildcat players. Join us Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. on Marquette Channel 20, or follow us online at catchattv.org as we bring you the latest in Wildcat sports. Cat Chat, the UP's #1 sports show.
We're the Puckheads, and we're watching Cat Chat!
Welcome back. Joining us now is NMU goaltender Brian Stewart. How are you doing today, Stewie?
Good, thank you.
All right, Saturday night, your last game at the Barry, and you really couldn't ask for a better way to go out than a trip to the Joe.
Oh, for sure, especially being our senior year. We went there the last 2 years, and we didn't come up successful, but this year hopes to be different. I think we're going to have, looks like Ferris State, unless there's an upset with Ohio State and Miami, but it doesn't matter who we play. We're going to go there and just battle our way through, hopefully win a championship.
Yeah, having been to the Joe a few times now, do you think that experience will play a factor this weekend? Yeah,
for sure, because us 5 seniors, we know what it takes, and we've been there, and we definitely know what it takes, and it's going to be a battle, and we're just going to fight through it.
In the past couple of seasons, including this year, the team has really turned it on in the second half. Why do you think that is?
I couldn't tell you. It's been that way the last 3 years now, and it's kind of rattling a bit, but I don't know, we pulled it together, and we definitely pulled it together earlier this year than we did last year, and hopefully we earn an NCAA bid. So.
You were recently selected to participate in the Frozen Four Skills Challenge. How does that make you feel?
It's pretty exciting, but I really hope we're there as a team and not just me going. So, but it is definitely exciting. It should be fun. Yeah,
definitely. You've had a very memorable career at Northern with 10 shutouts so far. Are there any games in particular that stick out the most to you as the most memorable?
I guess my sophomore year, I think I had a 48 save on Ohio State, which was a pretty memorable one to me. But even this year, there was a couple ones in Ferris State. I think it was 51 saves, and I don't know. I just really think about those games.
Are there any games from a team standpoint that really stick out to you?
For sure, the last 2 years winning in Miami in the playoffs was huge, and the year before against Michigan State.
Yeah. What are your plans for after your college career?
I don't know yet. It still could be anything. I hope to play hockey somewhere, and I hope a team picks me up. But if not, I'm going to graduate, and yeah.
All right, it's time for 5 random questions. You ready?
Yep.
All right, favorite athlete growing up?
Wayne Gretzky.
Favorite TV show?
Saved by the Bell.
Favorite sport or hobby other than hockey?
Lacrosse or soccer.
Best player you've ever competed against?
I'm going to have to say for hockey-wise, I'm going to go with TJ Hensick. I thought he was just an unbelievable player when we played against Michigan a couple years ago.
All right, and finally, best prank that you've been a part of at NMU?
I don't know. It's got to be something to do with Dorich, but I can't think of any on the top of my head right now.
All right, Stewie. Well, best of luck this weekend at the Joe.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Brian Stewart. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the results from the women's basketball at the NCAA tournament. Stay with us.
What's up, everybody? This is Mike Hanold with your Wildcat Sports Update. In women's track and field, the team traveled to Albuquerque, New Mexico on Friday for the NCAA Division II Indoor Track and Field Championships. In the weight throw, Krista Squires had a throw of 55-1, which placed her in 11th in the event. In men's and women's Nordic skiing, the teams took to the road to Steamboat Springs, Colorado for the 2010 NCAA Skiing Championships. Both the men and the women placed 14th with 166 points in the 20K Freestyle and 15K Classic, respectively. George Cartwright was the top placing cat in 30th for the men, and Laura DeWitt just fell shy of an All-American finish, earning her 12th place for the women. For your Wildcat Sports Update, I'm Mike Hanold.
Hi, I'm Mike Ludlum, Sports Director at WLUC TV6. When I'm in Marquette or in Negaunee or anywhere else, I watch Cat Chat on catchattv.org.